Alright, in this video we're going to look very briefly at finding the y-intercept and x-intercept for a line using the calculator. The first thing we need to do is to take the line and solve for y. So let's first do that by adding negative 3x to both sides. Negative 3x plus 3x minus 4y equals negative 3x plus 6. And then we get 0 here, so we have negative 4y equal to negative 3x plus 6. And then we divide by negative 4 to get rid of the coefficient of y. And that distributes through every term on both sides. And we end up with y equals 3/4 x minus 3/2. Now there is a chance that you've made a mistake already. But we'll go ahead and graph this, and then we'll check our resulting intercepts to make sure they really are solutions to the equation, and that will make sure that you haven't made a mistake in getting your y equals. Alright, so turn on the calculator and go to y equals and clear out our last function, and then go to enter 3/4, 3 divided by 4, x minus 3/2, 3 divided by 2. And we're going to use zoom 6 to put us in a standard window and let it graph. Okay? And this is really easy to do. When we hit trace, which is above, well, it's one of the function keys right at the top of the calculator, we just hit trace, it comes up with the y-intercept. So the y-intercept, you know, is when x equals 0, so it's the point at 0, negative 1.5. Trace always does that in the normal window. Always. And so, and then the next thing we want is the x-intercept. Well, you can't get that with trace, but you can get it with the calc function, which is right above trace. So hit second and then trace, and you'll be in the calc window. And the x-intercept goes by another name called the 0 of the function. Sometimes there's several x-intercepts. So we'll go down to the 0, it's where it goes over 0, and hit enter. And again, it asks you for a left bound, and so let's move the cursor so it's, well, it is to the left of the x-intercept. The x is right around right here, so let's move it just a little bit closer to it, and that's okay. It's still to the left of where it crosses the x-axis. Hit enter, and then let's get it to the right of where it crosses the x-axis, and hit enter, and then it gives a guess again, and it gives you the value. So it says that the 0 or x-intercept is 2, 0. Now we want to double check that these are indeed points on the function, so let's go back to the regular screen by hitting second quit and just enter 3 parentheses 0 as our x minus 4 parentheses negative 1.5 as y, and that indeed should give us 6, and it does. And then hit second enter, excuse me, not that, second enter. Now let's go back to the other screen. And hit second enter to put it up again. Let's go and change those numbers to 2 for x, which was the x-intercept, and 0 for y. Hit delete to get rid of the other, and then hit enter again, and that should also be 6. And they both check, so that means we did indeed get the right version of the function here when we did our solving. Okay, that's all there is. You have the trace key and the 0 under the calc function to get your 2 intercepts.